What's up, everyone? You are listening to the Rival and Queen podcast. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Sarah.
We're back
for another All Talk edition.
I mean,
that's how you make your
that.
Voice lower. Oh,
yeah, we were just discussing that Sarah's voice, as we have before, is deeper than mine, and I'm trying to deepen it, but I don't know how.
I deepen it when my throat's sore, and then I talk like a man.
Okay.
I mean, I don't talk like a man, but I think that's what it sounds like. Anyways, happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. We've really been busy lately.
We've been like in a good way with a lot of fun things.
It's just interesting, I think, because there's times when it's the complete opposite and then we ramp back up.
But do you know what it was? I think it was like we were in the post-Christmas bliss of like January, refusing to do anything, which I loved. And then like you just start accepting social engagements and work, and then suddenly you're busy again.
The calendar is full.
We've been very social.
Very social. We had a fun outing on Sunday.
We went to a concert. We went to a 10-person diaper party.
Oh my gosh. In the same weekend.
Same weekend.
I mean, people might be wondering what a diaper party is. Some people don't know what it is.
Listen, I just have to tell you, nothing has made me happier to go spend time with some strangers. And
male strangers.
Well, that too. But like, here's the other thing. And I kind of didn't realize this, and this is going to come out wrong. But like, I only see my friends who I love, and it's great. But you don't realize it's like nice to interact with people who aren't in your like close knit.
Yeah, I'm with
circle.
You.
So it was nice to see faces that were like more acquaintances or people I just get to normally run into socially and talk to new people.
It's great. Heartful. We're having a great time.
And it's nice to be around men. And they were happy to be around women.
They were. at this point, the diaper party had went on through the afternoon into the evening, and then we just decided to go say hi, and then hi turned into 4 hours later.
I know. I haven't been up since midnight, probably.
Or at least not out since
past midnight once this year. So it was a treat to stay up till 2 a.m. I'll tell you.
Yeah, and then we get up and
I don't know
the concert.
Yeah, and then we went to a concert.
So we saw, it was Carleton Stone at the Carleton. It was postponed from December because of COVID shutdowns. But he had Dylan, who was his band member from Port Cities, and then they had
so many special guests.
Mo Kenny, Dylan's sister, Jody Guthrow, and then
Kaylee O'Connor.
Yes.
It was a super
she
fun
has
concert.
Beautiful voice. All of them are amazing.
And like we're so lucky. So I was on the fence about going. You invited me, and just because we were out late, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to want to do this tomorrow morning. But I was so happy I went because I didn't realize how much I missed concerts.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was just nice to be out and in the day
to hear music being played in front of you.
So good.
Yeah, we're so lucky here in Halifax that we can go have concerts, and I know many people are missing live music, so we're super fortunate. I want to get more in.
I think we should. Well, someone told me that they actually looked at, I was my chiropractor today, that he told me him and his wife have been looking at the Carleton and a few other venues, but all the shows are sold out because smaller amounts of people obviously can only go in. So people are really itching, I think, to get in. See stuff like that.
I know. I don't know how. We got to find another concert. Well, I don't
have
know.
To make our own.
If for any of our listeners out there, please tell us in the comments or leave a review.
Give us like firsthand knowledge of
concerts, but also tell us what concert you're dying to go see. Who would you just be like, yes, send me to now? Okay, I want to tell you a story. So I've been working with my intuition a lot more, as you know, trying to honor it. And didn't I friggin' know today that this was going to happen? I wake up, I put on my crisp new white t-shirt. You can see it if you're looking in the video. It's nice and thick. I'm really excited about it. And anyways, I put on the white t-shirt, and I'm like, I have a feeling I'm going to drop something on this at lunch. Maybe I'll put on a bib. And I envisioned putting on like a cloth napkin. No, a cloth napkin, but like a step up from a paper towel. That would have been funnier. And I was like, okay, I'll do that at lunch. Then lunch came, and I decided not to have a tomato-based lunch. So I was like, you know what? Do I still need a bib with my shirt? And I thought, nah. I made a curry and a rice. It was great. I had that. And then don't I look in the mirror after? and I've got like a
Brown
drop of yellow curry
Mhm.
on my shirt. And so now I'm walking
I
around.
can't believe you still have it on, that you didn't soak it.
Well, I did soak it,
Oh,
but I wasn't on the call with you. I put on a stain remover and water, but I really just wanted to keep wearing it. So my shirt's on backwards right
but
now.
it could be ruined.
I don't think so. I
Maybe
put the stain remover on it.
Pour a little bleach. It still looks pretty obvious. It looks like a highlighter.
No,
Apple.
it's brighter because the stuff's on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, I am wearing. I ignored my intuition, and sure enough, I got like one drop on my brand new white shirt.
Don't you hate that?
And just a reminder to honor that intuition when you get those hits, especially if you're alone at home. Who cares? Put a bib on.
That happens to me all the time, and it feels so bad when you go against that little voice. It could be something as simple as going a certain direction home from somewhere,
Yeah.
and then you might come across different traffic or some type of a delay, whatever it is, and I knew I should have went the other way.
And the thing about intuition is like you can hem and haw if you're like asking a question, but when it just comes to you and it's
Listen.
clear, just listen. That's why I brought this up, because I was like, it's a reminder to myself to put on the bib the next time.
Same when you buy stuff. Does that happen to you?
No,
Oh, it
I don't
doesn't
know what you
happen.
mean though.
Like if you were trying to pick between two things
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're like, oh, I should get this one, but I really like the other one, but something tells you which one you really want,
Yeah.
and then you don't buy it.
Oh no.
And then I get home and I return it because I wanted the other thing.
Oh yeah.
No, it doesn't happen.
I mean, I usually just buy the one I want.
Mm.
I'm with you though.
Sometimes I
But
can't decide.
It's the same thing. We all do it. So friendly reminder, listen to your intuition.
Mhm.
Get the magic flowing.
Okay, so
Tell me.
you didn't tell me much about your astrology reading.
Oh, let's preface
Is that
this.
the right name?
So for anyone who's new here, welcome. First of all, we love you.
Thanks for joining.
And just the quick background.
That was my deep voice. Trial.
I love that. Ooh, I love that deep voice.
I'm
you.
trying.
Ooh,
It's
good,
hard.
so good. Okay, so the quick 411, if you're new here, I love all things mystical, magical, you know, the end. But I've never been into astrology. Ashley likes astrology, like not like crazy, but just like you're fond of it.
Yeah, I don't know a ton about it. Some people are Kayla Short, who we had on a few weeks ago. She's really into it and is versed on knowing what signs are certain ways or which ones are compatible, that type of shit. I don't know anyone else.
But you like looking at your own like astrology info sometimes.
No, I do.
I'm not
I
calling
do.
you like a buff.
No, I do, but I want to learn more.
Right.
Like I'm like eager to learn more. Where you're kind of.
So I was
on the
not
fence.
into it at all,
Mhm.
which I think some people find
You turn
surprising.
your nose up at it. Like I want to read your horoscope, and I feel like you.
Okay, I don't like horoscopes. They don't suit me, so that's fine. I mean, I don't know how to make that kind of I don't know why they don't match up for me, but they don't. But what I don't like about it, or what I didn't like about it, was that it feels like you have no control over like bad situation. Like if something bad is in your like stars, then it's like you're just going to experience it and you can't do anything about it. Like I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like whereas human design, it guides you on like how to interact with your intuition. So it's more about how you can live in your highest, like most divine purpose, you know? I like that, like you play a role in kind of the outcome.
And then that's kind of your
experience.
Yeah. You know what it is, you know what goes and doesn't go for you.
So that was my disconnect with it. But as you said, Kayla Short was on and she talked to us about this astrological charting or like natal chart reading she had done.
What is it called?
Like a natal chart reading.
Okay.
Or her, I don't know. Let me just look it up. Okay. So I decided I was going to get an astrology reading from the woman that Kayla recommended because she said it was like so good. And because I don't like astrology, I thought, well, if I'm going to give it one last shot, I'll go to this woman who Kayla's like raving about. And her name's Rebecca and she's absolutely incredible. Her website is sacredstarlight.com. I think we're actually going to try to get her on the show.
Yeah.
But so that's a bit of a spoiler. But it was incredible. So I went kind of from a standpoint of like, this is my last time exploring this tool. And she explained it to me in a way that, you know, she's like, this is kind of just the information you have and you can work with it in different ways. And nothing is inherently bad or good. It can be utilized or you can interact with it in whichever way you kind of bring to that situation. So I thought that was helpful. But they actually look at like the time you're born. She lays out where all the stars and asteroids and things were in the sky
On like when you were born.
Yeah, the moment, and then talks about how that like interacts with your whole life. So whether you're into this or not, here's what I'll tell you. Mine was very accurate.
Yeah, yours was.
So the big things that I think, and if you know me, that this is pretty true to me, is like, she's like, you have a huge emphasis on your career. She's like, this is just like such a big part of your chart. And she's like, you have things spread out all throughout your chart, which is not normal, I don't think. And she said, your career is always kind of in this tug of war with your personal life and your home life. And I was like, oh, that sounds 100% right about my entire life. Like that's always that like pull and push and pull. The other thing she told me is that communications is like very strong for me. And that's part of my like purpose in my career and life. Yeah. And she told me, so these were kind of the two things that were great about what's coming up for me this year. First of all, she was like, was your last year rough? She was like, it looks like you had a really hard year last year. And it was a big year of personal transformation for me. So I think that was, I was happy I didn't go see her last year because she was like, it was going to be a tough go for you kind of no matter what. And you also don't want that information in advance. But what she did tell me is she's like, this is a great time for you to have this because she's like, the next 2 years for you are just like awesome. She's like things that you've been working on are going to start lighting up in really cool ways. So that was cool. But she said, the two things she said to me that I think are very relevant to what's going on in my life right now is that one of the things that I'm meant to communicate and share in my work is communication of the subconscious. She said, you're very good at like communicating, but you have an ability to actually communicate without words and like pick up people's energy, but also help others understand how to work with their subconscious and their spiritual side, which is very interesting because what I'm working on now really engages that soul work.
It's 100% so accurate.
It was like when she told me that, it was just like nice to be like, wow, I'm not crazy that I'm being drawn to doing this work. You know? I
can't wait. I'm kind of scared. Were you scared before of what she might kind of describe?
I was super nervous right before the call and I didn't know why.
I think it's probably the same reason when people go to not a medium.
Like a
psychic or something like that, even though this is very different. This is more of, like you said, where what's aligned in the universe based on just you coming into the
planets.
Yeah. So I feel like that's normal. I feel that way too, because the last 4 or 5 years have been just so up and down and crazy with having a business and just all the
personal
different things
transformation
thrown our way. But so I feel a little, not reluctant, that's not the right word, but definitely just like, should I book? I didn't know. Shouldn't I? And I just said, screw it, I'm doing it.
So I booked without thinking, but then I will tell you, like the day before, like 2 or 3 hours before, I like had to go meditate because I was like, why am I nervous? I was like a nerve that I was nervous, like being on edge. The other thing I will tell you, she told me, which is so cool, is she was like, the next few months for you are so big for publishing. She's like, and that could be like publishing podcasts, it could be like writing, and then
just like putting
content out. Which is so funny because it's just exactly aligned with the work that I'm doing now, even with the podcast here.
Oh, and the dates. I do remember the dates you said.
And she gives you dates for like the next year and a half that are important dates. But the one thing that actually like really clicked for me was one of the dates had already passed. And on that date, which was like a really powerful date for me, was the day I shared my new work with a group of people. So I thought that was like,
aligned.
I was like, damn, this shit's real.
What? And this is not an ad by any means.
No, but like I haven't even told you all of this.
No,
so
I know. Cool. And I think we were trying to save it for this discussion. But what is kind of her, and I mean, we'll talk about this more when we get her on the podcast eventually, but what's her, I don't want to say training or experience. How does she know this stuff? Do you know?
No, I don't know.
Okay, so we need to find those people.
But I mean, I think she has done some sort of astrology or astrological training. I think,
to read.
Yeah, because the charting software is like very complicated. Like you would look at it and not like, I don't know what any of it means, but I think you'll like it because she does tell you about the planets and stuff. And like there's different houses that start like this way. And so you do learn about it a little bit and you can like, then it gives you enough information to go do your own research if you want.
Okay.
And again, like not everything was like sunshine and roses, and there was nothing horrible either. Like she is quite positive in how she chooses to deliver her readings, which is really nice. But it is like she also gives you, if something doesn't sound as exciting as maybe you want it to, she gives you that kind of range of how you can work with something, and that not everything is so literal. So it was really a good exposure, and I'm curious over the next like year to watch things that unfold. And how
you'll probably put it away kind of out of mind, and then
Yeah.
you'll certain times revisit it and then realize.
it was a lot of information. So I've actually taken a break from it. Like I haven't looked at it since I had the call with her, but I'm kind of like getting in the mood to go back and read through it and actually try to like process it a bit more.
So cool.
It was really cool. I highly recommend it. So I can't wait to hear what yours is going to be like. And yeah, if anyone wants to check it out, it's sacredstarlight.com. She was awesome. I freaking loved it. That was like a long conversation for us.
I love that.
On one topic.
That's all right. We can do whatever we want.
We can do whatever we want, Ashley. What else do we want to chat about today on this month's All Talk?
So many exciting things. Well, something is coming up very exciting for us there.
Yeah, we've been working on a special project.
Special.
Are you gonna
It's
tell
like
us
coming together. So for International Women's Day, which is March 8th, mark your calendars. We are doing a special episode in partner with Martina Kalades, who is the founder and creator of the Life Out Loud podcast. And we're basically compiling all the females who are podcast hosts at B&B Media, and we're going to interview them and celebrate kind of their accomplishments in podcasting, find out what being a woman podcaster is like, and just dive into some really interesting conversations.
And the best part is you just get an extra episode with me and Ash and with Martina.
And she's the best.
Total.
It's been such a dream to work with her. I was actually explaining this to my husband. She's an entrepreneur. She has a podcast. She's been building her business and career independently. Really, it's just her. It's a one-woman show. And she just has the same vibe as us and also gets shit done. Because some people that aren't, and this isn't shade on anyone, but we might have to remind people or say, oh, did you do this or fill this out? I look in the drive at the things that we
She's
share,
so
and
proactive.
her stuff's already done. Everything's crossed off. Damn, Martina knows how to get
She's
shit
awesome.
done.
Yeah, I love work. It's kind of nice when you connect with people that you love working with. And this has been like the good vibe projects. I feel like it just keeps getting bigger and bigger from what we originally planned. So we've got a ton of fun surprises for you guys, all coming out on March 8th. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be like,
It's going to be so fun. We're recording it soon, prior to March 8th, but the lead up to that is just so exciting. It's going to be a fun day. We've got lots of cool collaborations that you'll learn more about soon.
And be very amped. All right. Anything else you want to talk about? Yes, you have things.
I have things.
Okay.
Well, so Sarah and I, as you know, we talked about a few weeks ago, our dinner date.
Oh,
which I think we need to actually schedule in more often because
should we do once a month?
Yeah, at least.
What day? The third Friday
Look,
of every month?
this is typical Sarah. She like walks, as Kara Kim would say, when I got my lips on you, like when you have me, she's taking advantage. So she's writing it down. But I think, so we talked about how the importance of us just connecting as friends and being able to do or talk, like just talk.
Yes.
Because we're on the
deep
podcast,
conversations.
we're working together, we're collaborating with people, we're around other friends all the time, but we don't get a lot of Sarah and Ash time. You might find that hard to believe, but
well, not one-on-one.
or we're at the gym, you can't really talk. But I don't know how we got on this conversation, but I've been binge watching Dawson's Creek on Netflix. So this is just a high school, junior high show that I loved. I loved it.
I'm so happy that you brought this up. Okay.
And for some reason, it just drummed up very interesting
love
things. Yeah, just talking of like feeling the high school love, also like drinking, you know what I mean? All these things you were exploring when you were a teenager and doing for the first time or trying for the first time. And it just made me reflect in a really interesting way because I'm so invested in this show, as you'll know now. But yeah, we had a really good conversation around this.
I'm so happy. No, I'm just like beaming right now because I love that you brought this up because it drums up such like nostalgia inside you. And remember how like amazing it is when you're in high school and you're like falling in love. You have like a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a friend,
and you don't really know what anything means,
and nothing's happening.
No,
but you just like it
feel
feels
good.
so exciting.
And it's interesting because I haven't watched that show probably since, I don't know, 15 plus years. But a lot of people probably remember that they talk like they're 30. The maturity
I've never seen
level,
Dawson's Creek,
you
like
would
never
like it.
watched an episode.
They talk with the writing and the words, the way they communicate. I don't even talk that way, and I'm 33. So it's very interesting now looking
I gotta go
back.
see
It
it.
almost resonates more. It's not like this teeny bopper show. It's I never spoke like that or had these types of conversations with my friends.
Well, what are the topics they're covering?
They just talk, the way they'll talk about relationship with a friend
Okay.
or with the partner is not how 15, 16-year-olds discuss things. And another observation is that in high school at this period in time, which is around about our genre,
Yeah.
they didn't have cell phones.
Right.
And I find it interesting because they'll be
Oh my God. It's
having a
much more
bonfire or
fun.
something, and they're just sitting around having these really lovely conversations. And I think it's so funny that if they're so engaged, I mean, it's a show, I get that, but it is a reflection of that period.
Yeah, and I kind of actually, but I think that's part of the nostalgia when I think back to that is because you didn't have a cell phone, so you weren't constantly engaged in conversations like with your crush. Like you had to have alone time where there's like anticipation
And figure
like,
out also how to be alone with them or communicate. You'd have to ask them in person or call them on the phone.
yeah, you couldn't shoot out text.
No.
Oh my God, you're so much more nervous. This just brought up all the feelings of having like a high school crush, and it's so nice.
You need to watch it because, but I will say, looking back, like on different movies from that period, shows, you realize that they are so close-minded at the time too, just the way they reference, there's like a gay guy in the show, or but
Really?
they just approach it very, I mean, it's probably how it was in the 90s, but I think, oh, people don't judge like that anymore.
We've moved ahead in time, so that's nice to see.
Oh, big time. That's the only thing I would say is the negative, is kind of those comments and
Aspects.
perspectives. Yeah. So anyway.
Oh, so that's bringing love in your heart. I have to watch that because I'll tell you what's bringing love in my heart, and it's drummed up the same feelings, and I don't even know why. I
Are
started.
you gonna cry?
No, I'm not gonna cry. No, I'm excited though. Is the show Ted Lasso, which is so funny because it's hilarious. It's a comedy, but there's like a really cute like romance in it, and it just like it seems so like innocent and adorable how they come together. It makes me happy.
Do other people feel this way, or is it just us?
I feel like you can hear it in our voices that we're like, yes, I want more of this.
It's so interesting. Anyways,
We love love.
we love love.
Love.
The olden days.
I'm
When
gonna
life
give
was so much-
Dawson's Creek a
Jeff and I
whirl.
actually talked about this. Remember in junior high or when you were a kid and you didn't have responsibilities. You came home from school, maybe you had sports or some homework, stuff like that.
Like a
but that
chore
was
list
it.
that was take the garbage out once a week.
But think of the summers. I mean, I worked a bit for my dad growing up, but other than that, I was hanging out, playing soccer.
Yeah.
Playing by the pool.
Me too.
So you see that in them. I don't know. It's just like a throwback.
A nice time in life. It's hitting on all these like beautiful parts of your life.
Just how often I'm usually watching weird, interesting documentaries, reality TV, which is just now so far-fetched from this period in life. So I find it just interesting to have this perspective. Oh, I don't know.
Just like heartwarming. Just good. We're vibing on it. Watch some Dawson's Creek.
Yeah. Is there any soda water in that, sir?
Oh,
I'm parched.
there you go.
Thanks, darling.
All right. Ash, anything else we want to cover before we do our favorites?
No, I think we should dive in.
Okay. Time for our February favorites. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, go. What is your favorite food this month?
Oh, my favorite food?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, you think for 30 seconds. I'm going to tell you what mine is. This is
This is
so
the only one I don't know.
cliche for this moment in time.
Okay.
Listen, Katie introduced me to the feta cherry tomato pasta bake. That's
Oh,
the
you have that?
rave on TikTok. So simple. And I'll tell you, I'm obsessed with it. Stick a block of feta cheese in a pan, stick
TikTok.
some cherry tomatoes, some oil, bake it for 25 minutes, throw in pasta. Nothing, it's so creamy and delicious. It's so salty. Oh, I love it. That's my favorite food this month.
Mine's really lame.
Tell me.
Rice.
Good for you.
I just think that
I don't know what to say.
love rice. I've been having it in my breakfast with some scrambled eggs or a poached egg on top with like some greens.
Okay.
And I just had some with a stir fry, and I find if it's cold in a bowl in the fridge
Your
in
aunt.
a container, I just have a couple scoops.
I'm glad that you found
that
something
just
so
came
simple.
out.
But something else that I just want to give a shout out to food this month that we've had for the first time, I'm going to say in years, is we had some donair meat this weekend.
Oh yeah.
And it was great. Like you shouldn't eat
I
it
think I
every
sent
day.
you home with the donair.
I know, but you know what? I forgot it on your couch.
Did you? Where is it?
No, on the couch in the
Oh, it
lobby.
definitely went in the garbage.
Yeah.
Oh, in the lobby.
In the lobby of the Queen's Mark. So
But that smelled nice the next morning.
shout out to anyone who found that on Sunday morning.
Oh
the
my gosh,
loose
I hope it
donair.
was like the security guard and
they enjoyed it.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't.
But try donair meat if you haven't had it in a while. It is so good.
We can make it.
I think we should make donairs this weekend.
I have well, she's gonna write that down.
I am gonna write it down.
There's a guy my brother really likes. Oh, what's his name? He has the craziest cooking show on YouTube. He's super tattooed.
Oh, it's Maddie.
Maddie something. But anyways, he's insane but very entertaining. And he does an episode on how to make a homemade donair.
Great.
It looks pretty simple actually.
Okay.
And I've got special spices. Shout out to Drunken Sailor Donair Spice, two of my friends on that company. And I bought a package and I just haven't made it.
All right, we're down. Ashley, tell me about your favorite experience this month.
Going to dinner.
Oh, our
Yeah.
date night.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I
That
also
was
had
so
a nice
nice.
Valentine's Day with Jeff because we went out for a nice dinner and did the full shebang. The apps, the dinner, the dessert,
The
wine.
romance.
I don't know if it was super romantic, but I just mean, when you're prepared to go for a meal and just, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, our date was really nice. That brought up a lot of good feelings for us. That's beautiful.
And tomorrow we've got a special date night too.
Yeah, we're going to, if you're in Halifax, the Bricklet Street Brasserie and their other restaurant, Shuck, has these domes, like
Mhm.
they look like an igloo on the top of their restaurants, and you can go and eat outside in these heated domes.
Yeah, like a private dinner.
Private dining.
It's gonna be fun.
So we're doing that tomorrow night. So pray for snow for us because that would be beautiful.
So nice. Can't
Okay, we're amped. My favorite experience this month, I really loved our dinner, but I'm going to give a shout out to the astrological reading because I would have
Oh,
never
I like
done that.
for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was good. I was into it.
Mhm.
All right, tell me, Ash, what is your favorite product this month?
Oh, I have one more experience to add.
Oh,
Not to
add an
take away from
experience.
the lovely dinners, but I have been getting golf lessons at the
Yes.
Awareness Golf in Burnside. It's amazing. And the guy is so sweet and lovely. It just really filled my soul up.
It's also nice. You're like a huge golfer now, so
Well, I mean,
You
I'm
get
not
that
that
golf vibe in
good,
the
but it's
winter.
very enjoyable to learn the proper techniques. All right, favorite song?
favorite song. I
Just
forgot.
because I wrote that one down specifically. So I do love The Weeknd, especially after the Super Bowl. Save Your Tears, The Weeknd. I can't
Oh,
stop listening to that. And then also randomly enough, I do use YouTube Music and they come up with,
Your
like,
playlist.
your playlist or whatever. And I started listening to The Verb, Bittersweet Symphony, and Champagne Supernova.
did that come on somewhere, or it's because you're watching Dawson Screen?
No, it didn't. I swear I never looked it up. I might have looked it up once because I think I heard it on.
Did it play at
Seriously.
the brasserie when we were there for dinner for our date night?
Yeah, and I said that. I
Okay.
was like, oh, I love this song. But this is weeks ago that I think I heard it or I searched it somewhere after I'd heard it. And I thought, oh, I want to listen to that song. And then it somehow they sprinkle it in to your listening
Ooh.
patterns. And then it kept coming up more. And then after Champagne Supernova, then they realized, oh, if you like that song, you probably like
What song?
what's the other one? I bring Bittersweet Symphony.
Right.
Symphony.
I gotta go listen.
Do you
Do you want
know
to try that again?
Symphony? I'm laughing. So, but anyways, I can't stop listening to Champagne Supernova.
All right,
It's
girl.
like 10 times a day. Sometimes it's like fucked. I don't know. Anyways, give it a shot and tell me if it just brings up 90s vibes.
Okay, I'm into it. I'm gonna listen to that, and I'm actually gonna add Bittersweet Symphony to my Spotify playlist right now.
We'll,
Do you know-
we'll listen to it after.
Do you know what my favorite song is right now? And it's not at all
Taylor Swift.
No,
Oh,
it's Die Young by Kesha.
I hate that song.
You know what? It somehow popped up at the end of my ski playlist, which is all Katy Perry and
Yeah,
Taylor
because
Swift.
that would.
And then that song came on one day when I was skiing. I was like, you know what? I'm jamming to this. So now that's in the rotation. I'm a big fan. That's my favorite this month. Ash, what is your favorite product right now?
I have a few. Well, I went to Sephora And I also got some products at Vibe a little while ago. One of them's a face cream. Loving that because my skin's so dry. And then we also have another special cream. We are showing on our camera if you're watching. But anyways, it's a little tin that our friend made called Palmetto. And there's a picture. He made us some bespoke containers with Sarah and I's face on it.
But it's a whipped body butter.
Sarah and I?
Sarah and I? No, my. I don't know.
Sarah and my face, Ashley.
Oh God, let's not get into grammar lessons at this point in the podcast. We're going to be, it's so good.
It's literally whipped butter, body butter.
I don't know what to use it. Oh my God, it feels amazing. The texture of it's really good. I actually was using it last night and he made a cherry one that I'm obsessed with.
When you actually touch it, you can feel
how whipped it is.
The texture. Yeah.
So in the winter, that's a good one. I was using it last night.
Oh my gosh.
So shout out to Palmetto for keeping.
His name will be anonymous.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyways, all the creams are getting us through. What's your favorite, Sarah?
My favorite product right now this month is the Ted Lasso TV show. It's not really a product, but it is.
Okay.
And that is the thing that I am like rewatching the series for the second time. I'm just obsessed with it. I love the writing. I love the character. It's making me happy. It's my favorite thing.
And then
Palmetto.
Dawson's Creek.
And then Dawson's Creek. No, that's our faves this month. Anything else that you want to shout out?
No.
I know. That's what I'm into though. It's like winter. I'm a fan of the TV show. Keeping my skin hydrated. I don't know. That's it.
I like that.
All right, guys. This was a different all talk for us. We went deep into subjects, which we never do.
It's all right. We do
what
we want.
We can do whatever we want. We hope you guys are having an awesome February. We love you so much. We're so excited to talk to you through social media. Hopefully we get to see you guys soon. Like that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hanging on to.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. If you're listening, give us some love. We would appreciate it so much. Share this episode with someone that you think might enjoy it. Like, subscribe. If you can leave us a review, do that. We would love it so much. It would mean the world to us.
Yes.
Thanks so much,
you guys. Have a beautiful day. See you soon.